Ooh, good morning, Facebook. It is a hazy morning here in South Wales. I was just sat here thinking, I want to go live, want to have a conversation with the guys before I get cracking with some of the work I'm going to be doing today with clients and the like. So I was thinking, what have I got experience in? What have I got knowledge in? What can I add value in? And I see a lot of aspiring speakers, of course, getting involved with multi-speaker events, right? And what's exciting about that is it gives you an opportunity to share ideas and stand on the shoulders of giants. So if you're watching live with me, if you're an aspiring speaker, take on some of the ideas if they make sense to you. If not, as I always say, don't just listen to the guy on the screen, right? If it makes sense to you, take it on board. So I'm going to dive straight in, get some of the content out for this morning, have a conversation with you guys. So if you're an aspiring speaker and you're speaking, Aslan, my brother, how are you? If you're an aspiring speaker and you're speaking at a multi-speaker event, there's something that I found works extremely well. Now morning Mark, excited to see you soon, my brother. So here's the thing with multi-speaker events, and this works unless you're Tony Robbins or John DeMartini or Richard Branson and you're just flying in for your speaker slot. I think it's extremely important for you to be part of the crowd, be part of the audience, and take in the messages of the other speakers. Now, this allows you to do something very, very important. Have you ever noticed that the greatest showmen, the greatest magicians, the greatest comedians, they bring things together from earlier on in the show? Does this make sense? So they might have made a joke about sandals earlier on in the show, and then they might come back a little bit later on, and this woman loves sandals. Because it's from earlier on in the show, that makes sense, because it doubles up how funny it is. So we can really hammer home the value of the other speakers if we listen and we take in what they're saying. So let's say we're talking about building a coaching and speaking business, and let me think of someone. Steve Woody, the online expert, and he talks about. I'm not an expert on this. He talks about A and B split testing, for example. And then I'm talking about getting in touch with your values to motivate you further, let's say. And then I say something along the lines of, and then when it's 11:30 at night, and I may think I want to go to bed, and I'm in touch with my values and my mission, and I'm inspired to carry on, then I'm more motivated to do my A and B split testing, Steve. You see that? So I've brought it back to what the previous speaker was talking about. That makes sense? And this doesn't have to be forced or contrived. All you have to do is listen intently to the other speakers, and these things will come to you. Then you start to add value, and you start to build on the great messages of the other speakers. Does this make sense? And that does not only add to the event and the experience of the audience as a whole, that adds to your credibility, because it shows that you're listening. It shows that you're keen to empower the audience with the information. Does that make sense? So, just to summarize really quickly, get there early if you can. Have some conversations with people. Get in touch with the other speakers. What are they going to be talking about? What are their key messages? And then you can listen out for those key messages, and you can deliver them back, connecting with your message. Does that make sense? And then that allows the audience to go, wow, okay, so it's not just pages and pages and pages of notes that they're not sure what to do with. They can see, oh, okay, so if I get in touch with my values and I'm living an inspired life rather than having to get motivated all the time, then I'm more likely to get home from my current day job and work on my A and B split testing. Yeah? Or, the Growth Brothers might be talking, my brothers Steve and Matthew, and they come up with a business strategy for you guys. And you can tie that into how your message of motivation and values building and inspiration can allow them to work harder and smarter. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to share this, guys, with you today. And as I always say, as I said at the beginning, if this makes sense to you, if you're an aspiring speaker and you like the idea of getting to the events early and listening to the other speakers and tying in your message with theirs for a greater impact for the audience, then do so. If not, you can just cherry pick. You can cherry pick the ideas that work for you. And if not, don't just do it just because the fella in the screen said to. Okay, my friends? Absolute pleasure. Lots of you jumped on live this morning. Thank you so much for jumping on live with me. If you're watching the replay, cherry pick those ideas as well. and I've got an extremely, not a big fan of the word busy. I'm lucky to have a full schedule all the way through now till the end of September. So I'm going to be coming live from various different places around the country for you, supporting some of my clients as well from all around the country, aspiring speakers and coaches. And as always, loving the questions that you guys pop through to me on Facebook Messenger and on email as well. I'm happy to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. And as always, my friends, keep going and keep growing. Take care.